some important lessons to learn about the calling, the ministry of an evangelist. Number one, I'm going to read from 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 5. He said, "But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of your ministry." Now, let's start by this. What is evangelist? And why did Paul tell Timothy to do the work of an evangelist? Now, evangelist is one of the fivefold ministry gifts mentioned in Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 11. Ephesians 4:11 says, "And he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and some teachers." Now, so why was Paul telling Timothy, his spiritual son, to do the work of an evangelist? It was because of the need. There was a need for it. And today, there is even a greater need for the work of an evangelist today. Now, but a question, why don't we have some more ministers using the title of an evangelist today? Have you thought about it? Because when somebody like me first came into ministry, I came into full-time ministry 1986. Now, the most important thing, or rather what every young pastor wanted to add to his name was evangelist. We all have complementary cards, evangelist this, evangelist that. So why don't we have many ministers wanting to use the title of an evangelist today? Now, is it because God has stopped calling people to the office of an evangelist? Or is it because the people called to do the work of an evangelist are running away from the work? I think that the latter will be the answer. I think the answer is that people are running away from the work. Then everybody wanted to use the title evangelist. But now, everybody, you're either an apostle or a prophet. So what is the problem? It could just be that we all are running away from the work. Because it could not be that God has stopped calling evangelists. Why would he do that? Because that will mean that everybody has been saved. But you all know fully well that there is more need for the work of an evangelist today, because there are still more unchurched people than church people. Every Sunday in any city at all, don't go to church, go out, go on the street. You'll discover that there are more people who don't go to church today than the people who go to church. And if that is the situation, why do you think God will suddenly stop calling people to be evangelists? Remember that the church used to say that God has stopped calling apostles. Now suddenly God is calling a lot of apostles. You see, but that is not true. So I want us to know that the reason why Paul told Timothy, who was doing the work of a pastor, the reason he was telling him that apart from his pastoral duties, he should do the work of a pastor is because there is still need for the work, for the calling of evangelists today. The field is still ripe, ready for the harvest, and there is need for us to bring a fresh awareness to this pivotal calling, to this pivotal ministry of an evangelist. So I will stop in this communication today just to let you know that there is a reason why Paul told Timothy to do the work of an evangelist. And the reason for that is because people are abandoning that ministry and God doesn't want it. Has God called you to the office of an evangelist? Have you answered the call? Or are you trying to hide away from it? Think about it. I will come with point number 2 about doing the work of an evangelist tomorrow. God bless.